Don't hire a family law attorney until you ask this. Should I judge an attorney if they don't call exactly at my consultation time? No, not necessarily. Remember, an attorney's day is very unpredictable. You may have a hearing that starts at 9 a.m., but you're not seen until 10:30 a.m. You may have a mediation that goes over 3, 4, 5 hours. So in that case, you want to be patient when it comes to your attorney, just like you're patient with your physician or your dental office. Attorneys are going to call you, right? You're the client, business is important. However, just because an attorney calls you later than usual or a little bit late does not necessarily mean that they are not taking you as a priority or that they're too busy to take on you as a client. Mondays are my busiest day, no matter what. Things get crazy. And my clients have to understand that I may not be available for a quick call on Monday. Next question. How should I prepare for my consultation? This is a great question. When I get on the phone with my consultations, the first question I ask is, are you in a quiet environment? Can you speak confidently, right? It's important because some people try to have conversations in the car, with kids, at work, on their lunch break, and it just doesn't work and it doesn't benefit the client. The second thing I ask is, do you have any notes, notepads and paper for you to be able to take your notes, right? This is important because I don't want you to get confused or misled by anything I said, right? Take your notes so later you can refer back to them and understand what the conversation entailed. Another important advice I would give is have all your legal documents present and handy. A lot of clients waste a lot of time during consultations looking for emails, looking for a case number, looking for the pleading itself, right? And this is time wasted, your time wasted, my time wasted, right? Good time wasted where we could have tried to at least strategize on how to best move forward with your family law case, but right, we're looking for documents. So definitely have your documents ready, and I would say you would have a very beneficial and informative consultation with your family law attorney. Should I research an attorney before scheduling? Absolutely. I think you should go on that attorney's website, read the reviews, look at their social media to see if this is the type of person that you want to work with. Everybody is different, and personally, I'm not everyone's cup of tea. So in that case, you want to at least have an idea of the personality, right? What fits you, what fits your needs, and if this person can deliver for you. So yes, research your attorney, look up their credentials, make sure they're still barred by the Florida bar, and then go ahead, set your consultation, and good luck. Number 4, is it okay if I simply don't click with an attorney? Yes. My opinion with hiring an attorney is it's a vibe check, right? It's really that simple to me. There are thousands of attorneys in Florida. You have your option. However, an attorney represents you, and you want someone who, one, understands you, right? So if they don't speak your language, right, whatever that language may be, or even they just don't get you, your culture, right? There may be an issue, right, at that point about how you want to approach your case. Another issue with attorneys is if that attorney on the phone is unable to answer your questions, right, the way you understand it. Some attorneys may speak very with legalese, right? That doesn't help you. You didn't go to law school. You need something broken down to you in the simplest form so you can understand it, right? And so in that case, the vibe is off, right? Another situation, if you just feel like this attorney is not listening to me, right? Or this attorney doesn't feel like he's, quote, on my side. And I don't like to say on my side because we're not on sides, right? We're together. And the goal is, right, to choose the best situation, the best strategy for your case. And so an attorney may disagree with you, or an attorney may have a better option to achieve the solution you want, right? And so in that case, You have to determine, right? Is our communication skills, right? Do we communicate well? Do we work well together? I think that's the most important part of this, is because as your attorney, I represent you. I have to represent your needs and your family needs. And I can't do that if I don't understand you, if I don't listen to you, and if I don't execute when needed to make sure your rights are protected. Contact Campbell Law to help you strategize your family law case. Next question. Should an attorney explain how the law applies to my case? Absolutely. A good attorney will not only analyze the facts of your case, but apply the law and give you an idea of how the court may rule on an issue. Remember, in family law, I like to say, same shit, different day. Excuse my French. But for the most part, it is. And in that case, a lot of situations are very predictable. If your attorney can't help you determine, right, what are the risks associated with certain decisions, right, they're doing you an injustice, right? This consultation, walking away from a consultation, you're supposed to feel as if you have all the answers you need to make your next decision, whether it's to hire that attorney, right, to move forward with the case, or to let the matter go. Otherwise, you've wasted your time. Contact Campbell Law so you can get a very detailed and specific analyzation of your case, as well as a strategy to help you move better in your family law case. Is it a red flag if, during a consultation, the attorney's answers are always, "It depends"? I wouldn't say it's a red flag, but I would definitely say this attorney is wasting your time. It depends. Well, you can Google that and get a "it depends," right? You're talking to a legal professional. And while that professional may not want to overpromise, right, over-deliver, you do want to at least say, well, in my legal opinion, right? Or I've had cases that previously ended this way, right? And so therefore we can, right, assume that it may go X, Y, Z. If that attorney is not comfortable giving you answers supported by legal history, then at that point, you may want to get a second consultation from another attorney. Should an attorney promise I'll win? If an attorney promises they'll win anything in family court, run the other way. Family court is not about winning or losing. Remember, we're dealing with people here, families, children, assets, right? The goal is to be fair. The goal is to be able to walk away and still be able to maintain your family. Okay, and so if you have an attorney who's promising to win, right, you may want to hear that. And it sounds good, but in actuality, right, that attorney may be over-promising, over-delivering, or really just baiting you to get you to hire them, right? Either way, red flag. Contact Campbell Law for your legal needs. Next question. Should I know the attorney's fees before I hire them? Yes, you should know the attorney's fees, and you should review your retainer agreement. I think a lot of clients, they don't like to read, right? A lot of us don't like to read. And so in that situation, a lot of clients, right, they listen to what the attorney says, takes their word as true, signs the contract, right? This can be a big mistake, and it's usually doesn't come to light until there's a problem, right? So don't wait till there's a problem. Ask questions. Have the attorney explain to you, what is a retainer agreement? What does that mean as far as the length of my case, right? How much would this case cost me? How much have previous cases cost other clients in the past? These are questions that an attorney should be comfortable answering for their client, right? Otherwise, you may want to check out other attorneys' prices, compare retainers, right? You are the consumer, and you choose the attorney that's best for you. Contact Campbell Law if you need assistance in your legal matters. Should an attorney pressure me to hire them immediately? No. If an attorney is pressuring you to hire them immediately, if anybody is pressuring you to do anything, sign anything, immediately, right now, today, run, right? This is a sales tactic to make people, right, act on emotions or fear, right? Oh, I'm going to give you the 50% discount today if you sign up today. Remember, the hiring of an attorney is one of the most important decisions you're going to make in your family law case, okay? And that decision should not be taken lightly. Therefore, after my consultations with my clients, I usually tell them, hey, go interview other attorneys and then come back and tell me how much you love me, right? If you don't love me, no hard feelings, right? The vibe didn't check. I wish you the best. Contact Campbell Law for your legal needs. Next question. If I can't reach my attorney, should I be concerned? I think it's important for attorneys to communicate their communication styles as well as response times or expected response times. With that being said, remember, an attorney's schedules varies, right? 1 week we may be very busy, the next week I may have free time. And so in that case, what I try to do is explain to my clients is that one, communication styles. If you want to set up an appointment to speak with me, they have an option to do that at their leisure, right? And at that time, I'll try to make it my best to call my client, all right, to discuss whatever they need to about their case. Secondly, response time. My response time is usually within 24 to 48 hours, right? Rarely do I ever go 72 hours. I tell my clients if they haven't heard from me, within 3 days, sound the alarm. And so your attorney should be forthcoming with that type of information, just to let you know this is how I communicate. If it doesn't work for you, maybe you want to seek other counsel. Contact Campbell Law to help you better navigate your legal issues. Next question. When hiring an attorney, is aggressive always better? I would say not necessarily, right? When an attorney is representing their client, you want to be an effective advocate, right? And what that means is that you're choosing the best strategy to best achieve what your client needs, right? And in that case, aggressive may not always be the answer. Remember, you get more bees with honey, right? I've heard clients say, oh, my ex say they have an attorney and they're gonna take me down, right? Or they're really an aggressive attorney. And I say, what does that mean? I don't even know what that means in family court. I mean, we have rules to follow and we're gonna follow them. If they want to go and file frivolous motions, right? I can't stop them, but never fear an attorney that claims they're aggressive. They're gonna take you down, right? I feel like those are statements that are said to make you think that they have some special power to do something different from another attorney. At the end of the day, the facts are what they are and the law is what it is. Next question. Should my attorney tell me when I'm making a bad decision? This is a hard question because at the end of the day, you have to remember, or at least for me, I have to remember that this is my client's family. They have to protect their family and make the decisions for their family. And so while I may feel like the decision they're making is a bad decision, right? I have to remember that I work for the client. Therefore, yes, I will express to my client, I think that there's a better way to achieve what you want in this situation. However, at the end of the day, decision is up to the client. Pick your poison. Next question. Should my attorney help me prioritize what's worth fighting for? Absolutely. Not every issue deserves the same amount of time or effort in family court, okay? Remember, big assets, of course, we need to fight for those tooth and nail, right? If there's an issue in a paternity case, for instance, where a party isn't abiding by a parenting plan, or for instance, I had a case where one parent refused to purchase a car seat for the child. One parent was requesting to see that car seat. The other parent refused to cooperate, and so mom didn't want to send the child for time sharing. After it was all said and done, I had to explain to my client, listen, you're spending too much money paying an attorney to fight about a $50 problem, right? A car seat, Walmart, $50, right? This all can be solved. So what my client did, based on her legal advice, was she went on Walmart.com and solved that $50 problem, right? It wasn't worth fighting for in court. It wasn't worth bringing it to the judge and saying, Your Honor, this parent refuses to show us whether or not he has the proper seating for the child, right? You have to choose wisely in family court. Not all battles are meant to be fought.